So here we have a solid brass bin pull. This has no lacquer on it, and I have taken it to our buffing wheel and polished about half of it just to show you what a highly polished solid brass finish looks like with no lacquer on it. And if left alone for a period of a couple years, this is about what you can expect from it. It might get a little darker than that, but generally speaking, this is pretty typical of a raw brass finish after a period of time. I'm going to set up the brass ager and dunk it in there, and we're going to see what kind of change we can affect on this bright brass side. Okay, so here we are again. We're going to try this brass ager, and it happens pretty quick, so watch this. So as you can see, that's after about, I don't know, maybe 15 seconds or so. And I'll dunk it back in. You can see how it keeps going. So I pushed it in a little bit further so you can see kind of a second comparison. Let's say that was like another 15, 20 seconds, something like that. You can see how dark that gets. I'll wipe some of this chemical off. Let's see what we got there. It's almost like a kind of a gunmetal. So there's that compared to the original patina that happens naturally. Kind of see what we're dealing with here. And there's the bright, unaffected. Okay, so here we are again, and I have been soaking this this piece of hardware in the brass ager for about, I don't know, it's probably been 5 minutes or so. I didn't time it, but you can see what it looks like as it comes out. It's pretty dark. It's still got a bunch of chemicals on it, and we'll dry that off. I'll show you what that looks like. Kind of gray, bronzy gray color to it. So I'm going to try a couple of things here. First, I'm just going to use a little bit of linseed oil and coat this finish to see what that looks like. Linseed oil is a good traditional finish for wood, as well as certain kinds of metal. So that's just straight out of the soup with a light coat of linseed oil on it. Now, I'm going to go one better. Get real fancy with it here. This is some just fine steel wool. I'm going to give it a quick buff just on the broad surfaces. that's what we get. Put a little more linseed oil on there. So anyway, little experiment with brass ager.